All right, so the business I made my first $1 million in was actually, believe it or not, a door-to-door and shopping center sales business. Now in that, you generally get a lot of churn. You get a lot of people that don't retain. The average retention for somebody in that industry is about 60 days. And that's because most companies just throw it at the wall and see what sticks and hope for the best. Now, my company, we actually had 6 times better than. We had 290-day average retention for our staff, which is like mind-blowing. Here are my top tips on how to retain staff no matter what industry you're in. So I call this the retention equation. And the retention equation is really easy. It goes like this. Make sure everyone is having fun. Make sure everyone is making money. Make sure everyone is growing. Now, here are my top tips on how to do each of those. Number one, how do you make sure people are having fun? You have to avoid what I call Groundhog Day. Just like the movie where he lives the same day over and over and over, you don't want to do that. You want to make sure every day is a little bit fresh, whether you got a fun bonus or you're meeting somewhere different or you're doing something, bringing in a guest speaker, whatever. Make sure every day is never the same day in a row. Number two, how do you make sure people make more money, especially if you're working in sales? It's really easy. You have to improve their skills or you have to improve their work ethic. Why? Because in sales, the only things that make sales are improved skills and improved work ethic. And anyone who tells you otherwise is a whinge excuse maker. So how do you improve their skills? Invest the time and effort and sometimes money into their training. How do you improve their work ethic? Challenge them to improve their KPIs. Remember, in business, if you can't measure it, you can't manage it. So actually hold them accountable to their numbers. And number three, how do we make sure that people are growing? Ask them. Literally every week, just make a point to just ask your best people, hey, what have you learned this week? Or what have you learned in the last 2 weeks? How have you improved? And if they can't tell you anything, that's red alert. You need to fix that right away. You do those things, you have great retention. You may even win some awards for company culture. Not that I can relate. Just kidding. All right, have a great day, everyone. Happy hunting.